taking all my kisses back from you, and every breath you held on to. I'm taking all my kisses back from you. Give me the hellos and goodbyes, and pack up every morning and good night. I want the sunrises and moons. I'm taking all my kisses back. I want my kisses back from you.
There we go. Okay. So I apologize for that. I accidentally muted my mic. Anyway, let me go ahead and turn this down. There we go. Okay. So, this is the skin, for lack of a better word. It will be covered in latex and all that good stuff to give it a more skin-like texture, but it'll be a lot easier to stuff if it's fabric as opposed to having to lay down the stuffing and then putting latex over it bit by bit. So since it was muted, I'm going to be filling it with this stuff, and I've got a wire that I'll be feeding through the center of it to make it posable. So that way, when it comes to photo shoots and all that, I'm able to do some interesting stuff as having just a straight tentacle. Because my brother is doing Leon, which is really exciting. Anyway, so to give you guys a little bit of a rundown, I will be sewing this, and then from there I'll be covering it in latex and all that good stuff. Now, you can see like all the parasites and tentacles and stuff sticking out. It's got like a ribbed or like a rigid looking pattern, for lack of a better word. So I'm going to be putting rubber bands around this to give it like that nice look, and then I'll be covering it in cotton balls. That's probably a little bit better, just to give it a little bit more texture. And I'll be using latex, which I picked up from Nigel's. And I will also, so that's what I'm going to go for. I got a bunch of sponges to get different textures. I got a whole bunch of sponges. I will be applying the latex with these little wedge sponges. So that should be fun. And the way I'm going to be painting is I'm going to be painting it practically by hand. Well, obviously by hand. The reason why I have these prosthetics here is because I'm going to be going for that kind of texture, if you guys can see that on the inside. So I'm going to be using those. I'll be using these brushes. I'll be using a Skin Illustrator Fleshmaster Rescue Palette number 2.0. And then I will also be using the Melpax Zombie Kit, which you can all pick up from Nigel's. You can probably order it online. It is a little bit pricey, but hopefully it's not too bad. And with the music and everything, can you guys hear me all right? I just want to make sure that we're good to go before I start giving a rundown or anything like that. Checking on my phone. This is my first time really using OBS, so hopefully everything goes well. Anyway, so I think we should go ahead and get started. Gonna move these brushes. Gotta make sure I have my alcohol. I do. 99% alcohol. So there's that. I want to say that's really all I'm gonna need aside from scissors. Also, I don't have the gloves yet. I ordered them. Nemesis has a pair of fingerless gloves, for those of you who don't know. And I'm going to have the tentacle coming straight out of my hand. And I'm going to cut a hole in the glove to make it look like it's actually coming out of my hand as opposed to sewing it to the glove. In order to keep it on my hand, I'm going to sew some elastic like that. And then I'll sew it once more over top. If I can find enough, I'll do some contraption like this to keep it, anchored from each side. So let's go ahead and get started. I just need to set up my sewing machine real quick, which will take just a few seconds. I don't want to get latex or anything on my laptop, which is why I'm moving it over here. And you guys will be moved a little bit closer once I start going. This thankfully shouldn't take very long. Or actually, odds are I'm gonna end up streaming for a few hours. I would like to be able to finish this all in one stream. We'll see how it goes. Also, you guys can request music. If you guys are watching this on the Twitch app, or if you guys are watching it, you should be able to do it on your phone too. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, if you do !songs, it should give you the option to do a song request. Anyway, so let's go turn it on. Because right now it's just a little bit of a playlist going on right now. I'm gonna move this Just gonna move you guys a little bit closer since you guys are a little far away. And don't worry, I'll move the camera so you guys can like actually see what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. Okay, so there's that. Just let me move this back, and boom. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to read a chat, so if you guys are saying anything, I apologize. And I will be streaming pretty regularly throughout this this build at least, just because I would like to get into streaming and doing all that good stuff for you guys. And this is Resident Evil in itself is pretty widely known. I've never run into someone at a convention who doesn't know what Resident Evil is, and that's why this looks relatively decent, is because I have my ring light. I just don't want the webcam. There we go. Okay. So this is a really weird angle to have to sew, just because the table is really weird. But we're good to go. I don't know how quiet I am from this distance, but we're just gonna... Why is it... Oh. No. What is going on? It's all plugged in. It just doesn't want to give me a proper reading. Alright, what is going on? Figure out what's going on with my machine first, because for whatever reason, I don't know if a light went out or... There's a lot of tension going back that way. Okay. Give me a quick second, just because for whatever reason we're having a little bit of difficulty right now. Woo. Okay, make sure everything's plugged in. Okay, so everything should be good. And for whatever reason, it like doesn't want to, there we go. Okay. We're good to go now. Alright, let's get sewing. Finally. Alright. I'm trying to make this tentacle as big as I can, at least in circumference. So it doesn't look so it doesn't look cartoony, but I also don't want it to look disproportionate to my body. Which I know which is kind of weird considering how big Nemesis really is. Just making sure. Okay. So this will be this will be a majority of the sewing I'll be doing. But a majority of this stream will be latex and paint, which should be fun. I already made the pattern and everything for this, so that way this stream is at least entertaining to watch. I have no idea who's here, so... Also, if you guys would like to go back and watch the stream when I'm finally done, it will be posted on my YouTube channel. If you're wondering what my YouTube channel is, it's right there on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. And if you guys would really like to keep updated on this cosplay, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, which is also on that left-hand side of the screen. And then if you guys would like, I could probably throw it in chat or something like that. I don't know how often I'll be streaming with this. I would like to stream practically as often as possible. Alright. Okay. Just gotta turn it inside out now. Actually, I should probably trim this a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I just gotta turn this inside out. This should end up being around 24 and a half inches, 24 and a half to 25 inches, roughly. That's the goal, at least. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to use that wire. So this is the wire that's gonna go into the center of it. Oh, the center is not sewn together. No, this is fine. I can go back and fix that right here. Oh, it didn't sew for quite a while. Did I run? No, I didn't run out. I guess I just missed it. Woo! Okay. So now I gotta turn it back inside out. Sew up the edge, and then from there we can stuff it and do latex, all the fun stuff. And I think if you do exclamation playlist, it will tell you what the playlist is, what songs are playing, what are about to play, etc. in case you guys like any of these songs. So. Alright, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let me grab that wire, make it a little bit easier to turn inside out. What song is this? Oh, I think it's a live version of Scream by Avenged Sevenfold. Oh! Poked a hole. Okay. So sadly, looks like a little bit more of this stream is going to be sewing than I expected or wanted, in all honesty. Okay. Now let's go turn it inside out. Hopefully for the last time. The only thing I'm really unsure of is how well the latex is going to stick. Seriously? Never mind. This is not the last time. I need to go through and double check my seams. Ooh. Did that cut the actual stitch? It did. Alright. The reason why you guys should probably cut slower. Say as, or do as I say, not as I do. It's gonna be a very janky looking tentacle, I can already tell. Alright, just to make sure the entire thing is sealed. Perfect, okay. So after this, it should be stuffing. I'll find something for the back. Oh, found another rib. This one, since it's small, I'm just not even going to worry about it. It is going to be covered with latex, so... Take this, hopefully it doesn't create any holes. Okay, so that looks like practically as much as I'm going to be able to get. I might be able to get a little bit more out, but we will see. And that's like the most I can get out. Alright, so this wire is going to go down the center, and then from there it will be stuffing. So that way it can, and then I'll trim the wire at the very end. So that should be it for sewing for now. Alright, that's already down. Okay. That. Honestly, I'm just going to move a majority of this stuff over. Just that way I can move this closer. I can hear, I can see what you guys are saying, etc. Oh, it's already a cue. Huh. Okay. Apparently something is in queue right now. So let me get some music going. Ooh, that's a good song. Okay, we're gonna skip.
Music affects your brain, whether people admit it or not.
There we go.
You don't have to be weak.
Okay. So. Take that out. Since there's a little hole on the bottom of this little stuffing, I'm just gonna pull it out from there. So since I'm not partnered, I don't think the music really matters too much, which is nice. But if you guys are going to request music, I would prefer to keep it clean, especially for future reference if I get into the point where I can get partnered, but we'll see. Maybe if I had something that wasn't so like... Well, guys, I do have a chat, so I can, like, now I can see what you guys are saying. If you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. Let me know if there is anything that you guys would like to see. Trying to break it up as best as I can. Use the other end. Just trying to break up the stuffing because it's like stuck. Alright. So I'm definitely gonna need more stuffing. Alright, I'm gonna try to get it down into the tip the best of my ability. So we're slowly getting there. Really trying to get that stuffing down into the... Okay. Turns out there was a tear up here that I didn't see before. See if I can get it up to that to meet the other stuffing. Okay. Let's see if we can push it down. We're definitely getting there. Oh god, this feels really weird just because it's fucking going everywhere. And depending on how many followers or viewers we get tonight, that will really depend on how often I stream. This is gonna be a bitch. Actually, I might have to pull a pretty large majority of this out, which really sucks, considering I just put in so much. But, you know, take pride in my props, so I just don't want it to keep clogging, because that's becoming a real problem right now. Alright, let's start with that. See if we can like roll it or something. Okay. Well, let me try like using my scissors. Oh, lovely. Alright, so as I said, it looks like much more of this stream is going to be sewing than I originally thought, which I'm sorry for. Just seems like this fabric really likes to tear. So I think I'm going to stuff it and then I'll go through and try and fix it. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sew up the tip right now, just because I don't want it to keep getting pushed out. So this will be very interesting to sew, considering it's stuffed. I'm just gonna go pull that out. Where is? Oh, I'm covered in that stuffing. Okay, so I think I honestly might just go ahead and go in and fix all the tears and all that good stuff now, just so I can try to avoid it later. I'm really not too concerned anymore with trying to make it look nice. Okay. Now I just have to sew I'm practically resewing this in all honesty, which really isn't that fun. Okay. So now that should be it for sewing. At least for now. I really hope so. That's subject to change as to how this portion of stuffing it goes. If I can like rip it up like inside, or like rip the stuffing up inside with these scissors, so I can like push it little by little. Still gonna be interesting. Okay. No, I definitely need to. I was saying maybe I can get away with just leaving it there, but. Okay, that I can definitely work with now. So now I gotta be careful. I put all the stuff in over there, okay. Because, yeah, I really chose a very poor material to make this little sleeve out of, so I gotta like push it in bit by bit. The reason I'm using scissors is because it's a little bit nicer to push in, or a little bit easier, I should say. As far as this sleeve goes, I'm really not too concerned with the looks of it, as long as it holds the stuffing. I think we're good. Because as I said, this will be covered in latex, so it will have a little bit more of a skin texture, and that's where I will actually be concerned with how it looks. Okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. See if I can put in a little bit more time. Alright, so finally, we're slowly getting there. We're probably about 45 minutes in, maybe? Somewhere around there. It's probably be a 3-4 hour stream, so I'll see if I can finish around 8 or 9, hopefully. Okay, there we go. Now we're like getting somewhere with it. How is the music compared to my voice? Let's see if I can turn it up just a little bit. Can you guys hear the music? Like, are you guys all good? And if you guys reply, I do have a chat on screen, so I'll be able to reply to anything you guys have to say. Okay, so we're slowly getting there. I think this is that live version again. I really don't want to listen to it. Pretty good song. You guys listen to Shaman at all? Thankfully, this portion of the stuffing is actually I think I'm just going to cover the back in latex. May as well. Just won't pay too much attention to texture that wise, because that part will be against my skin and all that. And plus, that way I won't have to go through it and have to measure and do more stuff than I already have to. So right now length will be like this. So it will be, in my opinion, pretty good, length, and it will be a little bit thicker once I put latex and more cotton and stuff on. As I said, I just didn't want to make it too big. I didn't want to make it too small. Remember, you guys should be able to request songs. I think if you do exclamation songs or exclamation song request, all in one word, no spaces, and then Actually, give me a quick second. I'll see if I can test it out for you guys. Who would I want to listen to? Perfect. There we go. So all you guys have to do is do exclamation mark song request, all in one word, all lowercase, and then space, then put the artist, and then the song name, and it will be queued, and then it'll play next. So if you guys would like to request music, now you know how. I will update my commands portion since I think that tells you what song is playing rather than requesting it. There you go. And hopefully, like the levels of music to microphone are all right. And as far as the limit goes, you can request up to 3 songs per person. So and then hopefully in the future I'll be able to have like some guests or something like that, you know, hanging out. It's actually going to be a very strange looking tentacle. I actually think it will, or at least at the moment it is a little bit smaller than I would like it to be, but I can fix that when I go in with the latex. At this point, I can just use my thumb. Alright, almost at the end here. Just a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and just get or no, I'll fill it first, and then I'll get an idea, and then I'll sew that on, and then I'll cover the end with a latex. Yeah, if you guys are from Instagram, hit me up in the comments. Let me know, or in the chat, I should say, because I would love to see how many of you guys decided to actually join in. Ooh, I should probably do that swipe up option on Instagram, huh? I don't think I've ever actually used it. That should be, say, 10. Okay, so yeah, there you guys go. You guys can request songs if you would so choose, and as I said, do an exclamation mark, song request, all one word, no spaces, and then after you type that in, do space, the artist, and then the song name, and then click enter, and then that should give you the option to submit a song request. Right now, I think it's Arch Enemy, The World Is Yours, which, if you guys don't listen to them, that's... Okay, I don't really want it. Okay, now let's go ahead and try that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I know it doesn't look like much right now, but that will change. Just see who saw the Instagram. I post one more time. Let's see if I, like, how can let's see if I can do the swipe up bit. Let's pull. Alright, anyway. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and see if we can get it in the center of it instead of like leading up to the top. Woo! Okay. So push all of this back in. I have a pair of wire cutters somewhere. At least I think I do. Let me check. Huh. So I thought I did, and I don't. However, I will go grab a pair. So just sit tight real quick. I'll be back in just a quick minute, guys. Something I should probably do, just in case. Okay, so we are back. I assume you guys don't like metal, so I'm just gonna go ahead. First of all, I'm just gonna change it. Okay, there we go. So, oh, just so you guys know, that is my Nemesis costume thus far. It's on a mannequin. This will fill out one sleeve, and I'm gonna get like the exposed shoulder later this month, which I'm very, very excited for. There we go. Go ahead and pin this real quick. So we're right about there. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna sew this together real quick. Then thankfully it should be on to all of the latex, you know, the fun bit. Turn it on, there's the pedal. Okay, cool. Take just a little bit off. Let's see if it'll even let me show like this. Because I might have to put it on the inside just so I can like lay it flat. You know what? Let me take a little bit of stuffing out. Just because I know how much I need now. So it'll just be a little bit easier to sew. Okay. Alright, hold on, this does not look like it's working at all. Alright, I need to take out more stuffing than I'd expected. Oh, it's sewing. That's good to know. Go ahead and bend this wire upward. Whew. It's gonna be really weird to sew, but let's go ahead and get it. Huh. Oh, there we go. Damn. A lot of threads got caught up in there. Actually, let me go ahead and trim this just a little bit shorter. And straighten for it. so I definitely need to. What do I need to do? Did I pull all of this out? It seems like I did. Okay, so I think like if I hold it a little bit. Because this thing is like. Alright, so I'm gonna sew this fucking thing again. Okay. I definitely overstuffed it a little bit too, so. Okay, where's the rest of that elastic? Because I'm going to use it. Where did I put it? You know, I thought I was prepared for this stream, but apparently I'm not. Alright, so it's under there. It's really weird that's like not, like disappeared. Huh. Alright, that is something I will have to go back and fix though. Where did that red sheet go? Alright, where's the red? I'm sure I'll find the elastic later. Anyway, so right now, that's it. Now, we're gonna get to the fun stuff. I want to check something here. Okay. Hey, dope. Alright, so now we're gonna start messing with some latex and stuff. Latex. Okay. Alright, trying to straighten it to the best of my ability. Okay. So I need to go get a little dish to put all this in. So I will be back momentarily.
So I put my foot up your ass, kill him with success. Look how I pass him up, I'm like goodbye. $1 million bitches get fucked in the face. If he ain't a bad money, then your husband to waste. I'ma switch the scenery up to a bank. That's how a real nigga cut to the chase. Pour a little vodka, load the Glock up, then roll some bomb up that'll blow Saddam up. Pull up in the drop with snow to Prada. We don't give a fuck, it's our code of conduct. I've been at this shit through past two rents, man. I've been broke, I've been homeless, shit packed in bins. I've been at this since back when tax bracket shit.
Maybe we should. What should we do? Hugo never allowed so much time as when he submitted to learn from the crew.
Day is long, but the night is sweet. Find myself all alone in the zone while I ride to beats and let the black ink bleed against the whiter sheets and let the story be told through the eyes of me. Too tired to sleep, I set fire to the liar in me. Crow on a wire, couldn't find him a tree. Only found was a pile of weed. Just smiled and decided to eat. Now I always keep a pile with me. Still a child in the wild with beasts who made a style from the Nile of grief and freestyles through the miles of me. Spin a spiral that be dialed to me. Are you smiling? Are you crying to sleep? Well, me, I'm just trying to breathe in a world where the foulest lead to keep stuffing in the mouth of greed. We cook hope like it's alchemy. Remain strong to the day that the faith is gone. That's a day I won't face it all. I may be wrong, but today I'm just pacing on. Gonna make me a name in a song. Son of God, but the devil's just the same and all. Except the difference in the ways we fall. Read the book and then I made the call. I ain't really have to think it all. Thoughts sank and I blazed it off. Now I wade across the river knee high, ready to fall. But my brother's there to push me along. I had a dream, I never met him at all. Woke up staring at the mirror on the wall. So clear what I saw. He was a mirror, it was me all along.
I keep forgetting that I muted my mic. And then... Alright, wait, I'm gonna put on a few layers. That'll probably be upwards of 5 for sure. Especially trying to cover all of that up. Which a majority of it will probably be covered up with cotton when I go to do the it's got like a weird overlay kind of thing. It's strange. It's really like really says it's strange. Trying not to roll it just so I don't mess up the latex. Since I'm not allergic to latex, I'm really not worried about, wearing gloves or anything with this. However, if you guys are allergic to latex, first off, I wouldn't really use latex for a prop, especially if you're, at least if you're allergic to it. Maybe a silicone or like a gelatin kind of thing would work best. And that would be pretty cool to make a gelatin, or a gelatin or an overall molded tentacle. I think would be really cool to do. So maybe we'll do that in a future stream. As I said earlier, Really depends on who all, joins in, how many people are here, how far down the road it is, etc. So it's already getting tacky, which is nice. Really trying to put some heavy layers, at least on the parts where there are tears. Okay, yeah, so there will definitely be quite a few layers to be put on this. So I will be wearing this cosplay to WonderCon, as well as one of the days at Monster Palooza, which I'm very excited for, because last year I went for a day but I didn't dress up or anything. Just wore my regular street clothes. I know what I had forgotten to do. Actually, I might still be able to do it. I want to put these rubber bands on to get like that segmented kind of look. Okay, no, sadly that won't work. Okay, that's fine. I have no idea what song this is, in all honesty. What do I listen to? Let's see if that works. Perfect. So as you guys can see, I can see like what's going on I can't see what's going on in the chat, so if you guys need to say anything, we're there. Or at least I'm there. If you guys want to request a song, it's the same format. You do an exclamation mark without a space. You put song request. Again, no space. So it practically should look like one big word. And then you do the space and do the artist and then the song title. It should look it up through YouTube, which in my opinion is really nice, and it's just nice because there's a lot of videos on YouTube and not a lot elsewhere. So for me that's kind of nice. I really don't want to get latex on this laptop, so there we go. Woo. so we're definitely getting there. Okay, so I have a hairdryer, which I'm actually going to use just to speed up the process a little bit. So wait for this to heat up. The reason I'm using swiping motions as opposed to, or stroking, or streaking, I don't know. Kind of brushing it on as opposed to like stippling it on is just so that way I can, any bit that's like trying to, like threads, loose threads, anything like that will be, you know, flattened out. Woo! So I think I'm not gonna end the stream. But I think what I might do is ooh, totally went to the wrong bit. I'm about to go to Prosper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna play anything or. Alright, well, that means I'm going to request it then. Through my own Twitch. Perfect. There we go. Oh, I guess it's gonna play twice. Either that or there's another song that was requested. But anyway, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this ready for paint. So I'm gonna put the latex and everything on. And then I think what I'll do is I'll end the stream and then I'll stream another night where I actually paint it. If this doesn't end up looking like total trash by the end of it, then we'll be solid. Try to put on thin layers just so that way it can dry a little bit faster. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is while I let that dry, I'm going to start like pulling apart cotton balls, just so that way I can kind of cover up little bits and pieces. And plus that way so I'm just not blow drying something, you know, for 20 minutes. We'll start with that. That should be fine. Actually, I don't even think I'll need that many. Probably use tissue paper, in all honesty, to cover up those bits that are like torn, like this one and down the spine, which I actually might, just to try to cover up the fact that it's fabric, instead of putting on like 30 layers, which actually I'm going to do, so I'll be right back. Got a little bit of water. Yeah, make it nice and bright. Okay, so I got some water, I got some tissue paper. I'll cover the whole thing in tissue paper, and then from there I'll start layering down cotton and other layers of latex. I think it'll just help. I think it'll help the latex stick a little bit better with the tissue paper, which isn't really tissue paper, it's actually toilet paper, which actually has a pattern, so it might not work out well as I hope it will. Actually, it might. I think it will. We will see, though. Okay, so let's start with that. See how it ends up looking first. And plus, I can kind of, wrinkle it up if I need to create wrinkles, anything like that, which I'm actually going to do. Okay, so this actually seems to be, thankfully, like the texture of the toilet paper isn't showing through. I think due to the fact that it's latex and it's kind of, well, it's making it wet first of all, so I think it's thankfully, I don't really know what to say, like flattening out, I guess, with the latex. So this should help give it a nice, kind of freaky skin texture. I mean, that's the goal. I don't know how well that's actually going to work out. We are actually about to see, because I'm going to cover a majority of this right now with it. Either there's no songs in queue or there's already. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see if I can fix the music in a little bit. And then I think I'll put 1 or 2 layers on top of this, just so that way I can blend edges. So that way it looks more like a skin as opposed to just me laying tissue paper and covering it in latex. I like, at first I wasn't too much of a fan of the imperfections of this, but at the moment I'm honestly digging it. I can't go too far down the sides. Okay, yeah, dope. So thankfully the tissue paper is working out a lot better than I had hoped. No, I know there's nothing playing. Okay, let's see if we can find a song real quick. So practically anything Marilyn Manson would seem fitting right now, so. No, I'm trying to go back to my stream. Perfect. Okay, so we're finally good. Okay. put a little bit down to add some adhesive, or like a little bit of adhesive. For those of you who don't know, latex can also be used as an adhesive, so not too worried about being perfect with it. Just trying to make it look weird, kind of gross. Thankfully, the rentals changing the job. Go. This part is up. I think it's probably the entire tip of this.
A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly and is also known as a buster.
Go ahead and fix that real quick, then I'll start drying it.
And just sits on his
Not
broke
brutal.
ass. So no, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no. I don't wanna meet you, no, and no. I don't want none of your time, no. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can get no love from me. Hanging at the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to ride me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can get no love from me. Hanging at the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to
So still pretty wet, but thankfully it's not so wet to the point where I can't wait. Yeah, I'm gonna use one of these red sponges. Oh, okay, yeah, this would look really good with a overlay. Or, not like an overlay, but thank you. Hopefully this helps. Like this part out a little bit. There we go. Okay, now I can leave. For this one, after this standard, definitely heat.
Now or never.
There we go. All I did was trim. Oh, that's true. Too long. Alright, now we're 45 minutes. So much later. Alright, so Buffy will leave you, and it looks like to do after that side. So I apologize if you guys can't see anything. We'll turn this out. Perfect. Alright, there we go. That was a big one. start covering the entire thing with another coat of latex, which I will need more of. Actually, I can trip up to Nigel soon. I think what would be absolutely awesome is if I were able to collab with Glam and Gore. That would be the dopest thing ever.
Maybe we should. What should we do? Hugo never allowed so much time as when he submitted to learn from the crew.
Day is long, but the night is sweet. Find myself all alone in the zone while I ride to beats and let the black ink bleed against the whiter sheets and let the story be told through the eyes of me. Too tired to sleep, I set fire to the liar in me. Crawl on a wire, couldn't find him a tree. All he found was a pile of weed. Just smiled and decided to eat. Now I always keep a pile with me. Still a child in the wild with beasts who made a style from the Nile of grief. From freestyles through the miles of me. Spin a spiral that be dialed to me. Are you smiling, are you crying to sleep? Well, me, I'm just trying to breathe. In a world where the foulest lead. To keep stuffing in the mouth of greed. We cook hope like it's alchemy. Remain strong to the day that the faith is gone. That's a day I won't face it all. I may be wrong, but today I'm just pacing on. Gonna make me a name in a song. Son of God, but the devil's just the same and all. Except the difference in the ways we fall. Read the book and then I made the call. I ain't really have to think it all. Thoughts sank and I blazed it off. Now I wade across the river knee high, ready to fall. But my brother's there to push me along. I had a dream, I never met him at all. Woke up staring at the mirror on the wall. So clear what I saw. He was a mirror, it was me all along. I shed a tear for the fear that was gone and said I'm here, now you hearing the song.
Music affects your brain, whether people admit it or not. And you don't have to be weak
fucked in the face. If he ain't a bad money, then your husband to waste. I'ma switch the scenery up to a bank. That's how a real nigga cut to the chase. Pour a little vodka, load the Glock up, then roll some bomb up that'll blow Saddam up. Pull up in the drop with snow to Prada. We don't give a fuck, it's our code of conduct.
I've been at this shit through past two rents. When I've been broke, I've been homeless, shit packed in bins. I've been at this since back when tax bracket shit was way past any practical math I did. Now I'm halfway past half to a capitalist. 3/4 there, yeah, to the rap capitalist. Now I'm really getting my dividends and stacking a bit. Gotta go back to where I'm from to mentally handle this shit. Cause I've been a nobody so long, gotta be adjust. Get a North Hollywood home, still close enough to deal with bullshit deals, but yet far enough to be where letting folks roam. All originality with a capital O. So the game wanna see a bitch broke with no soul. So I grasp it tight because a chick like me know that I would rob these bitches cause old habits die slow. Look, I never been a punk and I never been a bitch, so you bitches better run. We all know the benefits cause your 15's done with my 16's hit. Heard games off for fun, but this game's bullshit. Bitch, no, I did not come this far to quit. This argument is not even real. Went from not having a pot to piss to copping whips and stocks and casas in hills. All these new bitches talking but chill. Watch when they get out of pocket or kill. Any of them got plenty of friends that in any event will finish them off, no question, no squeal. Yes, I am tired of all you sluts that been coming in the game cause you bought you butts. And now you wanna claim fame cause I'm glad you fucked. Giving you a hood pass, should've passed you up. But, yup, of course you lied. Sit there and organize, try to be more than just hoes. Thinking you sorta tight cause someone wrote you lines. Thinking you whores have got flow. No, you can record the lies, give me some more so I finally listen and hear dough. Cause I've been trying to hear competition for a goddamn year and don't hear shit but rip-offs and hoes. Get off the blow, get up and get y'all a show. I have been hitting the road, building my own, little by little, but no, I do it all on my own. Yes, I got dough, I don't split shit but to roll. Bitch, I can show y'all the ropes. All of you hoes that got cosigns, clothesline, dry ass, stale ass bitches need those. I don't.
Yo, light that up, middle finger music, throw that up. Act like this cause we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Yeah, in the underground they put me on the throne. In the mainstream they say I don't belong. Talk about a nigga only good for a freestyle. Fuck that, we could go song for song. Word, I'm killing the best of men. Get rid of they next, I can't get rid of the pestilence. I give them a testament. I'm revealing the West and I'm pissing off in the coffin that you went. Skinny jeans and legend, you anything but legend. I really bring the weapons to semi beam, but head to the guillotine. The 7 guillotine, the catch on the enemies. I picture the killer, these are break you apart. Yeah, living in a puddle. Whole hospital staff meeting in a huddle. Trying to figure out how to put your body parts back together just like the pieces of a puzzle. And I'm gone in the wind. Yeah, I'm gone in the wind. I was fucked up broke, really. Rest of my Achilles, I'm balling again. Never going broke, say fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that shit. She don't fuck with snow, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch, got imagination, doing masturbation. Fuck what you think, what the fuck did you think? The day no opinions can get me a check. That'll be the day I give a fuck what you think. You weak mind.
Cause you owe me past say jack shit, past say jack shit. I get a Maybach from Maybach just to say that shit. I gave $1 million to the government, I pay taxes. When I say government, I meant the mob, I hate that shit. Legal extortion of half my fortune. Soon as the tour ends, a portion of my racks, like Nordstrom gets taxed. If that's the cost of doing business, dog, I need loopholes. Luckily the money getting longer than Manupo. Sumo, time to put my foot down. Picked up the gin around the time I put the kush down. Still smoke a little, but not without a shot of me. Connected to my higher self, yeah, that's the God in me. I'm just trying to stay on top like an apostrophe. Bitch, I'm trying to win, fuck only being a nominee. I'm a 101, us is an anomaly. Coming to your city and boosting this economy. No fake shit against me shall prosper. Yes, I came, I saw, I conquered. No fake shit against me shall prosper. Yes, I came, I conquered. They don't wanna see you win, so it's fuck 'em till the end. And they always gonna hate, always gonna have some shit to say. They don't wanna see you win, so it's fuck 'em till the end. And they always gonna hate, always gonna have some shit to say. Just live your truth and do you. They hate honesty, boo. Just count
play them as they kind of change the song. Right now I'm covering the tentacle in a few layers of latex. Some tissue paper underneath, which is why it looks so white. To get it kind of, in a sense, a veiny, kind of raw texture. And then I'm just covering it in different layers of latex. That way when I pose it for photos, it doesn't tear, and plus it will help blend the edges of each bit of tissue paper a little bit better. So just gonna change the song real quick, and we will bring it to go. And if you're wondering how you can request songs, you have, of course, after you can request 3 songs per person, and then I'm about to request a song, and it should show you guys how to do it. So. To listen to first off. Perfect. There we go. So if you look at the chat, that's how you request songs, and it will add it to a queue, and then we'll play for each requested song. So as I said, you get 3 requests each. So. Dope. Really good song.
I want my kisses back from you. I'm taking all my kisses back from you. And every breath you held on to, I'm taking all my kisses back from you. Give me the hellos and goodbyes.
So, just to give a little bit of a rundown, while it's a little there dry. So I've got a little elastic loop at the very end. I'm going to wrap around my hand, and then I'll put the glove over top of it, so that way the tentacle will be coming out of the glove. Or actually, it's supposed to be really coming out of my hand if you haven't been able to put that together. And that's just from games. In the movies, you never really saw his mutation, aside from his exposed tentacles on his shoulder and on his traps, etc. And due to Stan Lee's weapon restrictions, I can't use the minigun that he carries, or I will make it strictly for photo shoots, but as far as carrying it around a convention, I know they're not going to let me in with it, so I'm making this as an alternative. Little hair dryer just to speed up the process. And if you would like to go back and watch the stream, it will be saved onto Twitch as well as uploaded onto my YouTube channel, which is right there in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So you guys can, or you can check it out if you so choose to really see how I made it and how I'm making it. Because as I said earlier in the stream, I'm gonna cover it in latex, get that done, and ready to paint, and then I'm gonna end the stream, and then I'll do another stream of just painting, so it's a little bit more entertaining. Hopefully pulling a little bit more viewers with that, but we'll see. Thankfully these layers are drying incredibly fast. And if you would like to know when I go live, go ahead, hit that follow, and you'll get a notification every single time I go live. If you decide to turn notifications on. Anyway, following definitely helps a lot, especially it gives me a little bit more motivation to stream more often. So yeah, if you guys would like to see more streams, especially since I'll be streaming a lot of this Nemesis cosplay. I will be streaming, as I said, a lot of the Nemesis. I'll be streaming a lot, and then this year in general, I would really like to stream, just kind of get into that. I guess in a sense, break out into that world. You know, plus it's something to do, and people can learn things. They can also teach me things through the chat, so I think it's mutually beneficial. And I think this is my second coat, so I'm probably gonna put 2 more on. Per side, and then I think that'll really be it. I think that'll personally be enough, just to keep it from tearing or anything like that. Hopefully. You know, I'm very excited just because. First off, I love Resident Evil. The movies I absolutely hated. I think the movies are ridiculous. At least the Paul W. Anderson movies. I think they're absolutely terrible. So Resident Evil I just very much enjoy. And to finally be able to do a cosplay such as Nemesis, which you can see over my right shoulder. For me, it's my right. I think for you guys, it would be looking. Never mind. As you guys can see, that's the progress so far. I'll be getting the jacket later this month, and then I'll be streaming because I'll be making modifications to it so it fits a little bit better. And then I'll be making props such as the minigun, the rocket launcher. Apparently, in the game, he's been known to carry a sidearm and a knife, but personally, I feel like that's not really brutish in the sense that, you know, I wouldn't expect the Hulk to be carrying, you know, Captain America's shield, and by that I just mean I wouldn't expect someone so gigantic, for lack of a better word, to carry something so small, or ineffective, I guess. So so far. How are you enjoying the stream? Is there anything you think I should change? What do you think it should be? Anything I think I should add, take away, etc. Just so I can improve upon streams in the future. Please let me know what you do and don't like. I'll show you a little bit of a look as to how it looks right now. So, in case you missed it, on how I actually made it, I made a fabric sleeve and then stuffed it with, not really cotton, it's called polyfill. It says, well, this stuff. I filled it with that and then put a wire down it. And right now, I did one layer of latex, and I really didn't like. I didn't like how plain it was looking, so I did some tissue paper, tore it in half because it's 2-ply, so it'll just be one. Or actually, I used toilet paper, as you can see. And then I'm covering in latex. With a few layers, I would like to do. I'm gonna do at least one more, and I'll probably end the stream. So we probably got 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see. If more people join in, then I'll definitely keep the stream going. But it really depends on the people on this one. Alright, so this is my last layer. I've got this side, and I'll do one more on the other side. And then I'll be done with the latex, at least for this portion. And then the rest of it will really just be getting it ready to paint. If you have any questions or anything like that, don't be afraid to put it up in the chat. I will be able to see it. So I'll be able to talk and all that. So. That way. Okay, so it's gotta dry this way. Actually, I gotta do that. That's fine. So I'll dry it to the other side, and we will be all done for tonight. And then later this week we'll come back in to paint. I got a little bit left to do on this side. Some of the seams are still pretty visible. I would like to change that. start putting some cotton on, so this stream will actually last a little bit longer than or actually probably closer to 3 hours. Right now we're in about 2 hours, or 2 hours and 25 minutes, and we'll probably be going for about 3 hours. Create like kind of grosser texture. I'll be in there about 30 minutes.
music affects your brain.
Alright, this last song, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, go eat, and I'll finish this and then we'll paint it next time I stream.
Wanna see a nigga like me, the part as a martyr, walked in the water, the flow is immaculate, reading off the Dead Sea Scrolls as I'm rapping it, the track I'm crashing it, making it look like a Cadillac had a bad accident, cause y'all ain't passionate, catch a jab to your abdomen, then I'ma tap your chin, I'ma boss you an applicant, y'all cats pretend, never ever ever rap again, crooked eye kick it in the hood, pistol to protect me cause I'm figuring it could, homie I'm living like a genie in a lamp, rub me wrong, I wish a nigga would, killers ready to get dirty, some niggas who dress nerdy, who ain't even touch 30, they quiet and ain't wordy, they firing, ain't sturdy. I've been a couple of light years from any nigga that wanna discern me, so God, they puto. Breaking bad and I'm Tuco. Got the Hugh blow hanging out the bulletproof coupe. If you didn't, now you do know. Yo, light that up, hold that up. Middle finger music, throw that up. Act like this, cause we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Why should I man with my good eye? I can see all y'all snakes, so I put my foot up your ass. Kill him with success. Look how I pass him up. I'm like, goodbye. $1 million bitches get bucked in the face. If he ain't a bad money, then your husband to waste. I'ma switch the scenery up to a bank. That's how a real nigga cut to the chase. Pour a little vodka, load the Glock up, then roll some bomb up that'll blow Saddam up. Pull up in the drop with snow to Prada. We don't give a fuck, it's our code of conduct.
I've been at this shit through past two rents, man. I've been broke, I've been homeless, shit packed in bins. I've been at this since back when tax bracket shit was way past any practical math I did. Now I'm halfway past half to a capitalist. 3/4 there, yeah, to the rap top of the list. Now I'm really getting my dividends and stacking a bit. Gotta go back to where I'm from to mentally handle this shit. Cause I've been a nobody so long, gotta readjust. Get a North Hollywood home, still close enough to deal with bullshit deals, but yet far enough to be where Latin folks roam. All originality with a capital O. So the game wanna see a bitch broke with no soul. So I grasp it tight because a chick like me know that I would rob these bitches cause old habits die slow. Look, I never been a punk and I never been a bitch, so you bitches better run. We all know the benefits cause your 15's done with my 16's hit. Heard games out for fun, but this game's bullshit. Bitch, no, I did not come this far to quit. This argument is not even real. Went from not having a pot to piss to copping whips and stocks and casas in hills. All these new bitches talking but chill. Watch when they get out of pocket or kill. Any of them got plenty of friends that in any event will finish them off, no question, no squeal. Yes, I am tired of all you sluts that been coming in the game cause you bought you butts. And now you wanna claim fame cause I'm glad you fucked. Giving you a hood pass, should've passed you up. But, yup, of course you lie. Sit there and organize, try to be more than just hoes. Thinking you sorta tight cause someone wrote you lines. Thinking you whores have got flow. No, you can record the lies, give me some more so I finally listen and hear dough. Cause I've been trying to hear competition for a goddamn year and don't hear shit but rip-offs and hoes. Get off the blow, get up and get y'all a show. I have been hitting the road, building my own, little by little, but no, I do it all on my own. Yes, I got dough, I don't split shit but to roll. Bitch, I can show y'all the ropes. All of you hoes, I got cosigns, clothesline, dry ass, stale ass bitches need those. I don't.
Yo, light that up, hold that up. Middle finger music, throw that up. Act like this cause we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Yeah, in the underground they put me on the throne. In the mainstream they say I don't belong. Talk about a nigga only good for a freestyle. Fuck that, we could go song for song. Word, I'm killing the best of men. Get rid of they next. I can't get rid of the pestilence. I give them a testament. I'm rebuilding the West and I'm pissing off in the coffin that you rested in. Skinny jeans and leggings, you anything but legend. I really bring the weapons to see me beam. Behead you, the guillotine, to sever my guillotine and catch all my enemies. I bet you the 10 of these will break you apart. Yeah, leaking in a puddle. Whole hospital staff meeting in a huddle. Trying to figure out how to put your body parts back together just like the pieces of a puzzle. And I'm gone in the wind. Yeah, I'm gone in the wind. I was fucked up broke, really. Rest of my Achilles, I'm balling again. Never going broke, say fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that shit. She don't fuck the snow, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck with a bitch like imagination, doing masturbation. Fuck what you think, what the fuck did you think? The day no opinions can cut me a check. Gotta be the damn give a fuck what you think. You get mine.
Alright, so I've still got a lot of work to do to this, but you can kind of see. Dim this light a little bit. Alright. Now you can see how it looks a lot better in person, sadly, but got a nice little, gross little texture going on. Anyhow, it's late. I'm actually pretty hungry. I think I'm gonna stop the tentacle here. I'm gonna go eat, and then I will stream later this week. Hope to catch you guys later. So, I think I'll do one song just to play it out, and then we'll be out of here. Oh. Yeah. Alright guys, I will catch you later.